Hey everybody. I don't have a filmer today, it's just me filming. So this video may be poor quality, but at least I can get close enough most of the time where the audio will be alright. This is just a quick video on how to prune, or just advice on pruning, looking for branches that need to be cut back. This is a time of year where normally a lot of stuff doesn't need to be pruned, but being that it's so hot and the humid and the conditions are not forgiving here. You know, if this was Brazil, this probably wouldn't be the time of year to prune. It would be probably the springtime after the winter. Springtime after the winter is a great time to prune, but right now I'm pruning in the summer. And this is a lot of stuff that's from fungal dieback and from even stuff I didn't prune in the spring because we didn't have that that cold of a winter. There really was no winter. So I never did prune much after winter. So this is pruning that should have been done maybe after last winter. And then pruning that's going to be done now because of the heat and all of the humidity and the rain, and then the lack of rain. There's either been a ton of rain or no rain. So we've gone through drought, we've gone through tons of rain. Let me show you my tools here. I just broke my table here. Let me put it back together. It's a very fancy setup I have. Hold on now. First, we're going to start with a standard pruning shears. This is a Du Bois, and I like these. These are decent. There's several different companies that make a similar product, but these are nice because they come right together. They come right together like that. And just a nice product. I like it. I use it. But you don't have to get these in particular. There's other models just like it that are great. So that's what I have there. You can find them on Amazon, eBay, and then similar models. The ones that are Italian made seem really good. Just check out where they're made and look to see why you might like one better than the other. Maybe it has more bolts here, less bolts, or it don't got this part, or it does. There's all these little differences, but it's the same patented design that is now everyone uses it, and it's kind of good. Like them. This is your Corona. These you can find at stores. I want to buy a nice version of this, a wood-handled one that's not foldable. I feel like the ones that are retractable are like convenient and all, but the best ones are not going to be on a pivot. It's going to have rivets that are fixed, and it's going to be better. These retractable ones are just they're decent, but I'd rather one with a fixed blade, and I feel like it's going to be higher quality and last longer. But these are decent. They're cheap. I forget what I paid, but these work really well for larger trees. I don't even know if we're going to use this in the video today. We may not even use it, but I have it out to show you. But now when we get along the lines of something a little less conventional, let me show you what we have here. This is a hammer. It feels like it weighs about 3 pounds, maybe 2 pounds or something like that. Maybe a pound. Maybe I'm a girly man. Maybe it's only a pound. It feels like 2 or 3 pounds at least, okay? Kind of heavy hammer, if you ask me. A mallet, if you will, for hitting something. What are you going to do with that to prune a tree, buddy? Well, let me show you, stupid American. I got a chisel. It's a trick my grandfather taught me, okay? We're going to show you how to use a chisel. Let's go. Come to the old country. I make you humble, old country way. So first I'm looking for something that can be pruned, okay, buddy? I'm looking for something that's calling, prune me. All right, I already know something off the bat. We're going to start with, let's see. I got to get the lighting right, too. This is a little jabbity cabo. It looks a little ratty. I see some pruning that needs to be done, but nothing major. I guess I could show you this little trick here. Let me throw my tools down into a pile and regret it later. There's something I like to do called taking a tree's pulse. And you can do this a lot easier when it's cold. But, I mean, with my eyes closed, I can grab a branch and feel, is it dry feeling and warm? Or does it have like a cold feeling or a hot feeling? It seems like the water inside of the branch is a good conductor of temperature. if a branch is dead, it feels dry. So it's easier to do at night, but I grab onto a branch and I feel it, is it feel dead or dry? And if it does, I just break it with my hands and come back and prune it later. But I like to do a lot of testing with my bare hands. If I see something looks dead, just break it off. You probably should throw it out of the grove, but I figure whatever fungus is hurting this is from excessive rain, and it's just not going to be able to get rid of it. And I'm not going to spray copper, so I just usually throw the branches just on the ground somewhere near the tree to reinfect. It's either going to get over or it's not, but a lot of these trees suffer from the lichens that are opportunistic and cover the branches, and then they get a little fungal dieback, which is okay. It's not the end of the world. It recovers with better temperature, better climate. Seasons change, we get rain, we get less rain, we get more rain, and then the tree responds. But this is a Patanga tuba that could use a light pruning. I'm just doing this with my hands, and then some of these branches that you might break off have actually flowers on them, so a lot of this stuff isn't even really dead, and some of it is. But these will be looking gorgeous if I fertilize them and prune them just right. Pruning seems to help make the tree look pretty again. Here's a tree, oh, here's a branch that needs to get busted off. Okay, now let me show you if I can get in here with a chisel. I'm gonna take a chisel. Well, first we'll save the chisel for a second later. Let's use just the pruning here on these. Let's go through and see what needs pruned on these reds. These are red jabuticabas. I got 64 of them planted here, 8 by 8 in rows, okay? Some of them look better than others, and that's just by virtue of the tree itself and where it's planted and all this blah, blah, blah. Some of them just look better. This is the same age as all the other ones out here, but it's a little runt, okay? A little runt tree. I'm looking for something that needs to be pruned. I don't see anything too horrible. They look pretty good to me. They actually look pretty good. I see weeds that need to be pulled. Hey, here's some questionable branches up here. Like this top branch, I'm just taking this one off. It just looked a little junky. I took it off. It was bothering me. I see another side branch here I like to cut off. It's just bothering me. It looks like it's weak. It looks like it's just ugly. I cut some branches sometimes just because I feel like it. You know, you don't even have to do that, but I do it. Here's some over here. This one, I see some top growth here. I'd like to just knock off this little piece here. These little side pieces. And this is just stupid little regular pruning. Everyone knows how to do this. And a lot of this is just some fungal dieback. Too hot, too heavy, the conditions. And so the trees respond accordingly. So they don't look so bad. They don't look so bad. They look pretty good. Now they do need some fertilizer. I got some super triple phosphate. That's organic. It's a bat guano and something else, but I have some of that. That'll be interesting to try to use. Look how much better this tree looks. Now there's one here. This is the Caipirinha jabuticaba. Look how full, and the leaves look real nice. Look at that tree, right? And then come look at its counterpart. Now, why does it look so horrible? Is it because this one was more exposed? Is it the planting location? But look at that tree. It looks haggard compared to the other. They'll both come, it'll come out of it. It'll start to look better, but it makes you wonder, why does one look so much better than the other? Why? The question's gonna be why. Some dead branches on this, but nothing horrible, nothing horrendous. That's about fruiting size. Now let me show you if I can get in here with this chisel and get some suckers out of the way. All right, let's look here. I know there's one that's just bothering me. I just bought this chisel and I haven't even used it yet. Let's look at the bottom of this one. If there's any work that can be done with this chisel. Now I do a lot of grabbing on the branch and pulling straight down. Like you pull down, you don't need pruning shears. You can just use your hands, pull down. Now I see some stuff where I might be able to use this pruning chisel. Let's see, I see some stuff here at the bottom. You see that? That looks chisel worthy. Now I don't know how I'm gonna do this with the camera, but essentially you're gonna take the chisel, you're gonna take that chisel and place it in between the tree and what you want to cut off, all right? Like that. I'm gonna hold the camera with my mouth or what? I can't set it in the tree. I wish I could show you how this works, but let's just set it down and pray. All right, there we go. I'm just hammering with the chisel. You gotta get down. Get down, get down, get down. They're in there good. Oh, it worked. It worked. I don't know if you can see it, but it did. You could probably repot those and sell them or something. I got some good roots. I'll probably give them to Chris to see if he wants to try to grow them. But it did help me pull them out. It separated them. Look at that. I wish I could have shown it was better. I wish I could have shown how I did it a little better, but I did use the chisel. I put it in between the tree and the root, or the sucker, like that. Like that. And I just hammer down gently. Actually kind of hard, to be honest. Let me show again here if I can get it. Is that even showing? You got to go down quite a ways and then pull away. See if that got it. Oh yeah, that does it, buddy. Wow. Whoa. I got it. Look at these suckers, Bubba. That worked out quite well. And we'll try to put those in a pot and save them. I normally wouldn't try to save it, but now if this was a really rare tree, now we could maybe start to get some suckers and save them. Look at that there. So I used a chisel to get those hard to pull suckers from the base of the tree, and now we got something that we could propagate maybe. I basically wanted to just show you how to do that, and some jabuticabas that need a summertime pruning because it's just too hot, too humid, and it was too dry. And these patanga tubas, they look like junk now, but give me some time. I'm gonna bring all this back. It just happens every year. It doesn't look that bad. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Zill Dark plant. That's a Zill Dark, Bubba. Let's just do a quick walkthrough. This is a pigeon pea specimen plant. We're trying to plant it next to this cherry of the Rio to give it a little shade, a little drainage, okay? Another Zill Dark. Got a fruit on it hiding out. That one straggler fruit that a chicken's gonna get before me, Bubba. We're at 12 minutes in the video now. Let me see if I can give you a little bravo hoorah. Oh, I want to trim this. Okay, let me go get my prunings, my shears again. I might just break out that. Well, I can't really use the saw one-handed, can I? Can I? Rightly. The hell did I put that thing? It's over here. Okay, so this time we're gonna pick up all the tools and not leave them on the ground. I need like a pouch. I got the cuttings. Okay. We're making our way back over here, and I want to cut back these branches. They're crowding out some of these seedlings I planted along this tree line. Let's see if I can do this too. So I have this. Look at that. Look how this tool works. Isn't that beautiful? I did that. Okay. I'm gonna trim these back a little bit. Look at these branches coming back. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Ooh, this is toxic too. This plant is toxic. The philodendron is toxic. Okay, that's toxic. Smells disgusting. I see the chickens pecking at it too. You'd be surprised what the chickens can do. Okay. Now I feel bad cutting this tree back, but it's infringing on property that's valuable. I'm probably using too big of a. These branches are probably too big for these shears and to mess it up, but this wood is real soft. Depending on how soft the wood is that you're cutting, you can use the shears for pretty big branches, but don't you dare try to cut big branches. With these shears right here in my hand, these nice blue ones, if you try to use this on a really big like guava branch or jabuticaba branch or something with hardwood, it can ruin them. Just be careful. If you care about these, don't use it on hardwood and that's big branches or really, really big branches at all, period. But the harder the wood, the more likely you're gonna mess something up. And see, I'm cutting these back off of these trees because look, these are like nice rare fruit trees that I planted right here. That's a Zill Dark grafted. And then look, I got patanga tuba right there. Patanga tuba right here, right next to a Zill Dark grafted. And this thing just is the gift that keeps giving. There's flowers and fruit coming still on it. I see flowers still. So I really like the Zill Dark for fruiting so much. This is another patanga tuba cluster. Patanga tuba, I had one I planted that just about died over here. This one's grafted. And for some reason I may have planted it too deep, but this sucker's trying to die. Should probably dig that up and give it to somebody. But it's come back. Look at that. Tried to die and it's coming back. That's an old grafted one there, buddy. Let's see what else I can show you. Another Protanga tuba cluster. Look at me coming through pruning. I'm a pruning machine. Now I never did put those. Oh wow, the oh that Eugenia relative, Pseudonemamomus umbellifera, the Monos plum from Puerto Rico, is blooming again. How cool! Oh wow, it's got bloom all over coming. That's exciting. That's good stuff. I just planted it too, and I thought it wouldn't bloom because of that. Now I see where it bloomed there last time and nothing set, but we have more bloom coming. Now these seldom ever need pruning. These Garcinias really don't need pruning much unless they get out of hand. Look how nice this Protanga tuba is compared to the others. No dieback. It's because it's in a little more shade. It's just a perfect spot. It gets all the fertilizer and the water. It's cooler. It's not as hot. Still gets ample sunlight. So this one, look how gorgeous it is compared to all the others that look like junk. It's fine. It's a learning experience, y'all. And then even those are probably a little wet because look at this one. This one looks really good, but it's planted in a cluster. And they look nice when you plant them in clusters because they help deal with the wet being all together. I think it's just a theory. Like here, I have some in a cluster over here that look really good. See, that's a cluster. Look how green and nice, and they have a little shade. So if you're in a wet spot, I think planting certain trees in clusters can help it deal with the excess moisture. Oh, look, I could really use some of these. I'm hungry. These are some acerolas of the Echo Sweet variety. I'm really hungry. This could be pruned right now. I'm not gonna do it though. I'm just gonna eat a couple more. Well guys, I hope you learned something. I know I didn't. I feel like I lost a couple brain cells. But I did burn some calories. Thank you for watching. It really means something to me. Thank you. Flying Fox Fruits here. Have a great day.